Hello and welcome to Lecture 6 of this basic barista course. Today we will discuss the topic of brew ratios, where we will discuss the effects of brew ratios, and some common brew ratios, so let's get started. What exactly are brew ratios? This is basically the ratio between the coffee and water in one shot. Why are brew ratios considered necessary? The brew ratio influences the coffee's strength, flavor, and mouthfeel and can drastically change the drink you end up with. Fixed measurements also help us achieve the same flavor and temperature over time. Measuring instruments. The most used measurement Devik. For adjusting coffee weight is a scoop. The brewing ratio works more effectively when the water is weighed. For example, 1 gram of coffee per 10 grams of water means the ratio is 1:10, and in the same way, 1 gram of coffee per 20 grams of water means the ratio is 1:20. Tip. The entire flavor of the coffee is impacted by the brew ratio. Underextracted coffee will result in a sour taste that is often overpowered by the bitter flavors. Coffee that has been overextracted will taste extremely bitter and sour. Ratio, approximately 1:10, will taste strong, while 1:20 will taste weak and faded. The quantity of total dissolved solids, TDS, in the coffee will have a tremendous effect on the flavor. Typically, coffee with a high coffee content, TDS, will have a strong flavor. Water is measured in grams rather than milliliters, for the coffee brewing ratio. Using language from the Italian naming for espresso. Ristretto espresso is a ratio of 1:1, to 1:2. A normal espresso is between 1:2, and 1:3. A lungo espresso is a 1:3 to 1:4 ratio. Here, there is opportunity for interpretation. For comparison, the ratio for a cup of drip coffee, from a coffee maker is about 1:15. Try pulling the same coffee as a 1:1, 1:2, and 1:3 to demonstrate the impact of brew ratio on an espresso. See how, or if, the mouthfeel, clarity, and any notes you can detect effect from ratio to ratio. The golden ratio. The golden ratio is the term that refers to the perfect balance of coffee and water in the brewing of coffee. The golden ratio varies depending on the preference of the barista. Approximately, the golden ratio is around 10 grams, 1 or 2 scoops, of coffee per 180 milliliters of water. Stay tuned, I will see you in the next lecture. If you have any queries, do some Googling or contact me on my email ID.